If you're like Ashley and me and you're dressing in layers every morning to get out of the cold weather this month, then I've got some silver lining for you. At least you don't live in Oymyakon. It's one of, if not the coldest permanently inhabited places on Earth. Now, I just visited family in Fairbanks, Alaska last month, and we went ice fishing in a little hut on a lake where it was 20 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. That was cold enough for me. Oymyakon's average temperature is less than 50 degrees below zero Fahrenheit, or 46 degrees below zero Celsius. So Oymyakon's not going to make it on my short list of places to visit. Where's the coldest place you've been, Ashley?
It's this little place called Chicago. No, honestly, the first year I lived here, when it hit winter, every day was the coldest day I had ever experienced because it kept getting colder and colder. And I remember the day I saw 0 on my phone was like, wow, I've made it.
That's so quaint. Midwest born and raised. I guess I'm used to it. But for some perspective, Oymyakon is technically a little south of Fairbanks, where I visited, but it's located deep in the heart of Siberia with a population right around 500 people. So you're talking about a totally different world with a lot less infrastructure. For instance, the school in town has only had an indoor toilet since 2008. Oymyakon was originally a way station for traveling reindeer herders, but the whole region became notorious in the mid-20th century when it became known as Stalin's Death Ring. That's where Stalin would send political dissidents during his regime, and it includes a city called Yakutia, which is the nearest major city to Oymyakon. So if you want to get to Oymyakon, you can fly into Yakutia and enjoy a scenic drive. And you'll be in the car for about 20 hours. Talk about not wanting to run out of gas. Now, Oymyakon is like other places that far north, and they get about 3 hours of sunlight per day during the winter and 21 hours of sunlight in the summer. Although sunlight is kind of misleading. I'll get to that in a second. They have some unique challenges too, like having to run your car pretty much all the time so the battery won't die. And I experienced this in Fairbanks. There's a lot of cars up there where they have basically an extension cord running out of the front of the grill of, let's say, your truck or whatever. And there are power stations in front of a lot of stores where you plug in your car and you leave it running while you go shopping or when you go into a restaurant or whatever.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I guess this is an extreme cold weather thing that people have to deal with. Another cold weather thing, like I mentioned about the sunlight. So in Fairbanks, it's not like the sun comes up. I think daylight is misleading. So the sun does appear, let's say around 10:30 in the morning, but it's like off in the distance. It's not quite a sunrise or sunset. It's just this orangey, bluish, hazy kind of daytime like you might experience maybe an hour or so before dusk in most other places.
Wow.
And that's like the daytime, quote unquote. So the sun doesn't come up. And then it's not dark for the next 18 hours. I mean, it's like a dull blue for at least a couple hours in the morning and evening.
That's wild.
It's like another planet when you go that far north. It's really cool and interesting.